Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your WWE, SmackDown, and NXT Level Up Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1644 of the show. How's it going? SmackDown was over, and in fact, because they were up in Berlin, they aired it earlier than expected on other channels, so I was able to watch it on my computer and not have to watch it on TV. So, but I did, however, end up watching it, and we got to... I'm watching AEW Rampage right now because that's going to be finishing up soon. And I figured, well, let's talk about what happened on SmackDown. And LA Knight to come out, kicked off SmackDown in Berlin and addressed the crowd and issued an open challenge to anybody for the United States title. And Germany's own Ludwig Kaiser answered the call. They went one-on-one, had a great matchup. Gunther did not get involved. But, however, this was a great one-on-one match. It could have gone either way. Kaiser was being aggressive. But, in the end, LA Knight hit Kaiser with that BFT, blunt force trauma. And still, your United States champion, LA Knight. Yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah, I should say. So, that was a heck of a fight. And next was a tag team matchup. This was a tag team matchup. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews went up against Los Garza. That will be the tag team name for Angel Garza and Roberto Carrillo. And heck of a matchup. And all right, the tag team matchup, Los Garza, that would be the new name going forward for Angel Umberto of Legado del Fantasma, as they faced Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Los Garza ended up winning the match because Electra Lopez and Santos Escobar got involved. And as you know, the Bloodline addresses DIY and the Street Profits. And they also addressed those who they betrayed. And basically Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso. And took out Roman Reigns. I don't think anybody's going to be done with the Bloodline yet. And then the Bloodline wants... And then Solo Sikoa addressed Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. No matter who wins this coming tomorrow, I got next, he says. When you got that Ula Fala, you think you could do whatever you want. And it seems like Solo Sikoa is trying to take matters in his hands here. But, like I said, it'll be only a matter of time Roman Reigns comes back once again. And believe me, you got a very dangerous team. You got Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the tag team champions. You got Jacob Fatu, the enforcer. And it seems like Solo Sikoa is trying to do everything Roman was doing until he lost the title to Cody Rhodes. And it seems like to me, I think, you know what? Here's the crazy part. Remember 1998, after WrestleMania, The Rock, even though he retained the Intercontinental title, made a change. And the change is ousting Farouk and The Rock ended up being the leader of the nation. Just like, when Shawn Michaels failed to get the title, to retain his title, Triple H ended up taking over as D-Generation X. So, looks like this has happened at WrestleMania. That's right. This happened at WrestleMania. That would be, Solo Sikoa taking over for the Bloodline and ousting those who didn't want to be in charge. Jimmy Uso and Paul Heyman, or two of them. So there you go. Speaking of Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, Nick Aldis decided to moderate and address the crowd and thanking the crowds in the World Tour for making them feel welcome. Oversaw what happened. Was easily moderating the face-off between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. And so now it turns to a little bit of tension because Kevin Owens talks about an injured leg of Cody Rhodes, so they're going to try to get a report on what the heck has been going on with that situation. So that's going to be a little bit nuts. So then, meanwhile, Cruz and Corbin were upset about the loss, and then A-Town Down Under decided to run their mouths, and all of a sudden, there was a challenge issued by Austin Theory to Baron Corbin. Corbin will say, "We'll see you," and they walk away, and then Austin Theory goes, "What's up?" Grayson Waller apologized. Austin Theory goes, "Yeah, fine, I accept your apology." So there is that for now. All right, and after that tag team matchup, after that apologies for the A-Town Down Under, Giovanni Vinci will be making his debut next week, making his return to the ring, and since that betrayal by Ludwig Kaiser on him splitting up Imperium for good. Meanwhile, the fourth matchup between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Andrade's got 2 victories. Carmelo Hayes has 1. And Carmelo Hayes did pick up the victory, making it a Chuck Woolery matchup 2-2. Will there be a 5th match? I imagine so. And that will be the case. Women's title was on the line in the street fight main event. Nia Jax against Michin. And Nia Jax, the queen of the ring. As you know, Michin was trying to do whatever it takes to take her down. And then things were going swimmingly until they both got knocked out. Here comes Tiffany Stratton. And Tiffany Stratton did not know what to do. And then all of a sudden she's about to cash in. Nia Jax caught her, said, "What are you doing?" And then she decided to use the briefcase and deck Michin and to deck Michin. And then what happened? Simple as this. Simple as that. And she busted up Michin. Got to do the Annihilator Banzai drop on her, but Michin had a trash can over it, and she flattened the trash can. And then Nia Jax decided to say, "Well, I'm going to send a message," and attacked. In fact, while Tiffany Stratton was trying to cash in, Bayley returns. Bayley makes a comeback since SummerSlam. Was it 3 or 4 weeks? Since SummerSlam, and losing the title, chases Tiffany Stratton away. Nia Jax took advantage, squashes Michin under the trash can. 1, 2, 3, and attacks Michin with the kendo stick and can lid and tables after the match was over. So, and that ends SmackDown. Meanwhile, 2 men's matches on NXT Level Up. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. These guys need a tag team name. Hank and Tank. This is, you want Hank and Tank. Have a team name. I would call them Hazard Force. You got Tito Santana, Rick Martel being Strike Force. These guys cause a hazard in the ring. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. Why not call them the Hazard Force or something like that? They always have to keep out or something like that. Call them the Hazard Force because they could be a hazard in the ring. So, Hazard Force took on the Pretty Boy team of KO Dixon and Uriah Connors. And Hank Walker and Tank Ledger won the matchup. And then Gallows was talking about how they were pressed for a victory. Cutler James comes out, the big fellow, says, "Hey, that was a great matchup." And he wasn't complaining. He said, "Listen, I went back to the tape to look at it, and I try again. How about a rematch?" And then Joe Coffey goes, No, it's not. No. He goes, "If you can beat Wolfgang, you get your rematch." So, and then Cutler James like, "This is like a deal to me." So, Uriah Connor's about to be interviewed. Says, "Oh, come on, knock it off." And then the 2 guys approached him. That we saw the match. Really straighten out. Think about it. So, who are these 2 guys that was talking to Uriah Connors and why? So we'll figure that out in the upcoming weeks. Meanwhile, the main event, Cutler James versus Wolfgang of Gallus. And Wolfgang ends up winning the matchup. But we're not done yet, folks. We're going to do the picks and predictions quickly for tomorrow's Bash in Berlin, as you know. We made them last. I made them last night. So, it's time to tell you what I came up with. WWE title, undisputed title on line. Cody Rhodes defends against Kevin Owens. Cody Rhodes, I predict he will retain the title against Kevin Owens. Meanwhile, Gunther versus Randy Orton for the WWE. For the World Heavyweight title, I picked Gunther to retain. Women's Tag Team titles on the line. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I picked Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to retain the titles. A strap match, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. I picked CM Punk to win that. And then the mixed tag match, the Terror Twins. That would be Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley went up against Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. And I picked Priest and Ripley over Mysterio and Morgan. So that's it. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1644 has been complete. But up next will be the AEW. Next episode will be the AEW Rampage for the Fallout from All In Part 2. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.